Okay, let's look at homework 6.1, problem number 6. All right, so let's evaluate this definite integral here. All right. All right, so we're going to use integration by parts. So we're going to let u be natural log of x. All right, and then dv be everything else. So it's going to be 10x dx. All right. So then do the usual drills. Take the derivative of u with respect to x. That will give us a derivative of natural log of x is 1 over x. Right? Then multiply both sides by dx so that we can find du. Right? So du is dx over x. Right? Here we're going to divide through by dx to get the dv over dx. Right? So divide through by dx is equal to 10x. Right? Then if you take the antiderivative with respect to x, that's going to be 10. V is equal to, antiderivative of 10x is 5x squared. Right? Alright, so we're going to need u and du and v. So we're going to use these guys to do integration by parts. So this is going to be equal to uv. So it's going to be let's see, 5x squared natural log of x, and it's going to go from 1 to e minus integral from 1 to e, then v du. So multiply these together. So x and one of the x cancel out, so it's going to be just a 5x dx. Right? Then maybe go here. Alright, so let's plug in e first. So it's going to be 5e squared. Natural log of e is 1, so it's going to be 5e squared, right, minus, right, if you plug in 1, natural log of 1 is 0, so it's actually 0. So actually, I'm not going to write that down, right? Then there's a negative sign here, so it's going to be a minus, right? Antiderivative of 5x would be 5, let's see, x, add 1 to the power, divide by 2. Right? Then it's going from 1 to e. Right? So this is going to be equal to, right, 5e squared, right, minus, right, plugging e, so it's going to be 5 halves e squared, right? Then minus, but there's a negative sign, so it's going to be plus, plugging 1, so it's going to be just a 5 halves. Alright, so this is going to be, alright, so it's 5e squared minus 5 halves e squared would be 5 halves e squared plus 5 halves. So we can probably just make it look a little bit better by pulling out 5 halves. Then you would have e squared plus 1. Alright. So that's the value of the definite integral. All right, so let's type in to make sure. All right, so the answer we had was 5 halves. All right, then you have e squared plus 1. All right, so let's submit for testing. Alright, it came back. Looks like we got this one correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.